Hi my friends. So today we're going to be able to read a book all about how to turn tomatoes into ketchup. The title of our book is Step by Step Transformations, Turning Tomatoes into Ketchup. Our author is Dawn James. It is her job to write the words. So Dawn James is the author. So today we're going to be able to read and learn about how we turn tomatoes into ketchup. And touch your head with your family members if you like ketchup. I like ketchup on my French fries and on my hamburgers and lots of different things. So when we make ketchup, we need to remove some parts of the tomato, like the seeds and the leaves and the stem. And today that is our word. Our word for today is remove. Can you say that word with your family members? Say remove. Now let's clap the word for remove and count the syllables. Ready? Remove. There are 2 syllables in remove. Now can you whisper the word remove? Say remove. Good job. And in Spanish we can say retiro. Can you say that with your family members? Say retiro. And now let's look at this picture. We see it is a picture of a pumpkin, and the child, the kid, is reaching into the pumpkin and scooping out the seeds. He is removing the seeds from the pumpkin. He is taking the seeds out and he is removing them. When we remove something, that means we're taking it away. So I have a cup and it's got something silly inside. It's got a marker inside. That marker doesn't belong in that cup, so I need to remove it or take it out of or take it away from the cup. So I can remove something by taking it away. So today we're going to be able to learn about how we can remove things. And when we pick and eat vegetables, sometimes there are parts that we cannot eat. So we need to remove those parts. Like when you eat a banana, do you eat the whole banana or do you have to peel the banana to get rid of the banana peel? We can't eat the banana peel, so we have to remove the banana peel so that we can eat it. And then before we read, we're also going to be able to look at the words on the pages. So if you look on my page number 4, I can see that there are words that go from left to right, but there are no words on this page, so I can just use my eyes to look at the pictures. Let's get ready to read now all about how we can transform tomatoes into ketchup. Step-by-Step Transformations, Turning Tomatoes into Ketchup, written by Dawn James. Step-by-Step Transformations, Turning Tomatoes into Ketchup. Before we start reading, I wanted to review with my friends all about retelling using your fingers and your hands. Remember, we can use our pointer finger to tell what the book is about, and then we can use our 3 other fingers to think of 3 new things that we learn. Remember, we can add our thumb now and use our thumb to help us retell the story by sharing something that we still want to know. Let's get ready to read. Contents. This part of the book helps us know the different parts that the story will be about. So the first part will be all about tomatoes. The next part, transformation to tomato juice. Number 3 is the last step, ketchup. Let's get ready to read all about the different steps that we have to use to turn tomatoes into ketchup. Ketchup is made from tomatoes. First, the tomatoes have to be harvested. Big trucks are used to harvest many tomatoes at a time. Next, the tomatoes are brought to a factory. Workers inspect them to make sure they are good to eat. Look at all those tomatoes in the factory. Can you pretend to be a worker in the factory and inspect the tomatoes too to make sure they are good to eat? Remember, we need to remove the rotten or the green ones. Remove means to take away or take out. Let's get ready to practice retelling our story by using our index pointer finger. Remember the title and what we read so far. The words in the pictures tell me that this story is all about turning tomatoes into ketchup. Can you turn and tell your family members what is the story about? Now let's get ready to read to learn 3 more facts about how to turn tomatoes into ketchup. Then, the tomatoes are heated and cooled in water. This gets the tomatoes ready for peeling. In the cool water, the skins come off easily. After that, the tomatoes are placed in a machine. The machine removes the seeds and hard parts of the tomatoes. Let's help this factory worker get the tomatoes out of the machine. Can you grab the special tool and pretend to pull them out? Now we're going to be able to retell more of the things that we've learned when we were reading. Can you think of 2 more facts that we learned and use your 2 more fingers to help retell the story with your family members? Now, the rest of the tomatoes are a thick juice. It is ready to be made into ketchup. The juice is put into a big pot. Salt, vinegar, and other ingredients are added. So the workers are helping to make the tomatoes taste good by adding salt. Can you pretend to take a little pinch of salt and sprinkle it into the tomatoes? Now they also added some vinegar. Can you pretend to pour some vinegar into the pot? Finally, they also added some other ingredients like herbs and spices. Take 2 more pinches and sprinkle them into your pot. It's time to mix. Can you pretend to mix the tomatoes? Let's review what happened so far by using our fingers to retell the story. Let's think about what happened first, then all of the things that had to be done to make the ketchup. Then the ingredients are mixed together. As they mix, the pot heats up and cooks the mixture. Finally, the ketchup is put into bottles. It's ready to head to a store near you. The ketchup is all done. Let's pretend to open a bottle and pour some for our French fries. Yum! We have finished reading our book. Now let's use our fingers to retell what the story is about. Use 3 more fingers to think of 3 facts you learned. And then we can use our thumb to tell 1 thing we still want to know. So I can use my pointer finger and say, this story is about ketchup and turning tomatoes into ketchup. Can you think of 3 more things you learned and 1 more thing you still want to know? Today, we learned about how we sometimes need to remove parts of vegetables to eat them. When you remove something, you are taking it away. When you eat a pepper, can you eat the whole thing? What are some parts that you have to remove and not eat? Can you turn and tell your family members and think about any other fruits or vegetables that you will have to remove parts of because you cannot eat them? We learned about turning tomatoes into ketchup. Now we are going to be able to learn more about how vegetables are sold. Thank you for reading with me today, my friends. Bye.